Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So I wanted to make another quick video. I want to give another standings update on the New Japan Pro Wrestling Best of Super Juniors 30 tournament after night 3. Night 3 is in the books. So I want to go over those, and also wanted to give my thoughts on the recent, now confirmed, 2 competitors that will face off at Night of Champions for the new WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And then I want to finish off with the spotlight on Himeka, who just recently had her retirement on Stardom. She had a retirement ceremony as well as one last match for the ride home. So we're going to get into that. But first, before we get started, be sure to check out the link in the description for Game Beauty for an awesome lineup of video game themed makeup and cosmetic products. And if you see something you like and want to make a purchase, be sure to use the promo code BlitzballChamp and you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to check that. Be sure to check that out. I'm sorry. Okay, so night 3 of Best of Super Juniors tournament is now in the books, and I have to say, looking at the current standings, there's some shockers. There's definitely some shockers. We got a couple of wrestlers still undefeated, and even some that are still winless. It's crazy. But let's go ahead and go through the current standings after night 3. Okay, let's take a look. First off, starting with the A block. Alright, so right now we got 2 competitors sitting with a score of 0 right at the bottom, which are Kushida and Ryusuke Takaguchi. Let's start with Ryusuke Takaguchi. A really rough start for the butt stuff man. Although he hasn't used any butt stuff yet, so I mean, maybe he should start. I don't know. But right now he is 0-3 with losses to Lio Rush, Taiji Ishimori, and Sho. Not looking too good. And another surprising one, Kushida is also 0-3. A 2-time winner of previous Best of Super Juniors tournaments. And he is struggling. 0-3 with losses against Doki, T-Time, and TJP. But, you know, they still both have 6 matches left, so there's still time. There's definitely still time, but wowzers. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. But those 2 are sitting at the bottom with 0 points. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 wrestlers with 2 points apiece. And they are Doki, Hiromu Takahashi, TJP, and Sho. Let's take a look at Sho. Sho right now is 1-2. He just recently finally got on the board. He has the victory over Ryusuke Takaguchi, but losses to Lio Rush and Speedball Mike Bailey. And then we got TJP. Let's see, TJP is 1-2 as well. He's got a victory over Kushida, but losses to T-Time and Speedball Mike Bailey. Alright, Hiromu Takahashi, the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, has been struggling a little bit. He is 1-2. He's got a victory over Doki, but losses to Lio Rush and Speedball Mike Bailey. And finally, Doki, who is also 1-2. He's got a victory over Kushida, and 2 losses to Hiromu Takahashi and Taiji Ishimori. Alrighty, we have one competitor with 4 points, and that is Teton. Let's take a look at Teton. Teton right now has a record of 2-1. He's got victories over Kushida and TJP, but the 1 loss to Taiji Ishimori. So Teton's off to a pretty decent start so far, 2-1. Not too bad. And then right now we have 6 competitors. That's right. 6 competitors in the A block that are undefeated. Or excuse me, we have 3 competitors in the A block that have 6 points that are undefeated. Sorry about that. Had to reword that. And they are Lio Rush, Taiji Ishimori, and Speedball Mike Bailey. Let's go to Speedball Mike Bailey. So 6 points for him, 3-0 record, still undefeated. Got some big wins over Sho, TJP, and the champion himself, Hiromu Takahashi. So Speedball is on a roll right now and doesn't look to be stopping anytime soon. Okay, next up, Bone Soldier Taiji Ishimori is also 3-0 with 6 points, with victories over Ryusuke Takaguchi, Doki, and Teton. So strong showing for Bullet Club's Bone Soldier. And then we got the bad child, Lio Rush, 3-0 with 6 points. He's got victories over Ryusuke Takaguchi, Hiromu Takahashi, and Sho. So once again, another big victory over the champion. But yeah. So Lio Rush, Taiji Ishimori, Speedball Mike Bailey sitting at the top undefeated, but still got plenty of tournament matches going on, or still plenty of them left. So let's see about the next upcoming matchups for Block A. So it looks like, okay, so they're going to take a break Monday the 15th. So it looks like the next set of matches will be the 16th. So let's take a look, see what we have here. Teton versus Ryusuke Taguchi. I keep saying that wrong. Ryusuke Taguchi. Teton and Ryusuke Taguchi, that should be really good. Let's see. TJP versus Doki. Okay, that could go either way. That could go either way. Let's see. Lio Rush versus Taiji Ishimori. Uh-oh. That's going to be really big. Both of them are undefeated, so that's going to be a really big match. Let's see. Sho versus Hiromu Takahashi. Okay. That should be interesting. See if Hiromu can bounce back. Kushida versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Ooh, that ought to be really, really good. That should be really good. But yeah, those matches will be on May 16th. That's Tuesday. So, should be good. All right, let's switch to the B block. Okay, B block. So right now we only have one competitor in the B block sitting at the bottom with 0 points, and that's Bushi. Ouch. Bushi 0-3 with losses to El Desperado, Dan Maloney, and Clark Connors. Oof, not a good start for Bushi. Okay, we got 3 competitors that have 2 points apiece, which are Yo, Master Wado, and Kevin Knight. Let's take a look at Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight right now is 1-2, but just finally got on the board with a victory over Yoshinobu Kanemaru, but losses to Francesco Akira and Clark Connors. So it was good to see him finally get on the board, but He's got to start building a streak, though, a win streak. Okay, Master Wado is also 1-2. He's got the victory over Francesco Akira, but losses to Yo and El Desperado. Okay. Next up, Yo, who's 1-2. He's got a victory over Master Wado, but losses to Robbie Eagles and Dan Maloney. Alrighty, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 competitors, all tied with 4 points. 6 competitors with 4 points apiece, and that's El Desperado, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Robbie Eagles, Francesco Akira, Dan Maloney, and Clark Connors. Let's start off with Clark Connors. He is 2-1 right now, with victories over Kevin Knight and Bushi, but the one loss to Robbie Eagles. So, good start so far by Bullet Club's newest member, Clark Connors. Alright, let's take a look at Dan Maloney from United Empire. He is also 2-1. He's got victories over Yo and Bushi, but has the one loss to Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Alright. Another member of United Empire, Francesco Akira, who's 2-1. He's got victories over Kevin Knight and Robbie Eagles, but he has the one loss to Master Wado. Alright, Robbie Eagles of TMDK's The Mighty Don't Kneel. 2-1. Victories over Yo and Clark Connors, but has the one loss against Francesco Akira. Alright. Yoshinobu Kanemaru, 2-1. Victories over El Desperado and Dan Maloney, but the one loss to Kevin Knight. And then finally, El Desperado, 2-1, with victories over Master Wado and Bushi, but a loss to Yoshinobu Kanemaru. So that is your current scores for the B block. All right, let's see what matches they got coming up this Tuesday, the 16th. Okay, we got El Desperado versus Kevin Knight. Okay, that should be good. Master Wado versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Okay. Let's see what else. Robbie Eagles versus Bushi. Let's see. Dan Maloney versus Francesco Akira. Ooh, United Empire stablemates. That should be good. Should be a real good match. Clark Connors versus Yo. Okay. So got some interesting upcoming matchups for the B block for this Tuesday. So for the B block, I'm definitely curious about the Dan Maloney Francesco Akira matchup. I think that ought to be really interesting. That's probably the one main matchup that sticks out to me the most. And then going back to the A block, I'd have to say Speedball versus Kushida. Definitely looking forward to that. And also Taiji Ishimori versus Leo Rush. Should be really good. Battle of two of the undefeated on Block A. So we got a lot of good matchups to look forward to on Tuesday, May 16th. But should be good. Should be really good. Still a lot of tournament matches left. So should be really good. But that'll do it for Best of Super Juniors 30. So it looks like we got our Night of Champions matchup. Seth Rollins made it to the finals from Raw. For SmackDown, came down to the returning phenomenal AJ Styles. AJ Styles was able to defeat Edge and Rey Mysterio in the triple threat. Of course, Bobby Lashley won his triple threat over Sheamus and Austin Theory, but AJ Styles was able to beat Bobby Lashley. So, Night of Champions for this new WWE World Heavyweight Championship title. It's going to come down between Seth freaking Rollins and the phenomenal AJ Styles. And you know what? I can't be too mad at that. Can't be too mad at that. I do think Seth Rollins is probably going to win. But, you know, regardless of who wins between this match, I'll deal. I'll deal. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that this title is a consolation prize. But I expect these two to put on an awesome match. Hands down. So I can dig that. I can dig that. Of course, the NXT Women's Championship tournament. Of course, Tiffany Stratton and Lyra Valkyria both advanced in their respective matches. Something tells me though that probably Tiffany Stratton's gonna end up winning the whole thing, but we'll see. I'm not a fan of the fact that now, so now Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns are going to challenge Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the unified tag titles. Like, why? Why? And they're going to have their match at Night of Champions? See? Why? Why? I mean, I understand the whole idea of, you know, them having Roman Reigns on the card, but in a tag title match? Really? Really? that makes no, that doesn't make a lick of sense, but whatever. Like, WWE does WWE stuff, so yeah, I can't really be shocked. Anyway, wanted to finish off this video talking about the Jumbo Princess Himeka, who just had her retirement this past May 14th. And it was capped off with a bang as Himeka competed in the Ultimate Gauntlet, her retirement gauntlet. She took on a whole bunch of different competitors from Stardom, and even some, you know, not part of the roster as well, which I thought was pretty neat. But Himeka, for her retirement, ran the gauntlet. And it was quite interesting, being that so the gauntlet matches were 1 minute apiece. They were 1 minute apiece. And when it came down to it, some of the ladies came in and wrestled. And then some of the ladies just came in just to take a minute to just, you know, give Himeka some love. You know, maybe do a funny segment. And, you know, just let the time expire. But this was quite a send-off for the Jumbo Princess. But pretty much the gauntlet consisted of matches where she went up against, in this order, Aya Sakura, then HANAKO, then Iida, then Hina, Lady C, Miyu Amasaki, Waka Tsukiyama, Hanan, Koguma, Hazuki, Sohrei, MIRAI, Azumi, Saki Kashima, Momo Watanabe, Natsuko Tora, Starlight Kid, Ruaka, Mayu Iwatani, Syuri, Thekla, Mai Sakurai, Tam Nakano, Natsupoi, Mina Shirakawa, Miyuki Takase, Kakeru Sekaguchi, Julia, and then it finished off with a tag team match of Mai Hime versus Aphrodite. Overall, finished with a record of 4-3-23. So just to kind of quickly go over the matches. Himeka pinned Aya Sakura, hit her with a JP coaster, got the 1-2-3. She defeated HANAKO, rolled her up with a schoolgirl pin. Himeka versus Saya Iida, that was a time limit draw. Saya Iida, did some poses and just showed her appreciation to Himeka. She didn't really try to do anything to her. The only thing she gave her was a chop at the end, just one last chop. Hina versus Himeka, that went to a time limit draw. That was a match. Lady C, same thing, time limit draw. There was a match. Miyu Amasaki, same thing, time limit draw. Waka Tsukiyama was a time limit draw, but she really didn't try to pin or attack Himeka. She just wanted to show her appreciation and pose for pictures with her. Hanan, time limit draw, which she tried to wrestle. Koguma was a time limit draw as well, and she really just wanted to show her appreciation during this match. Hazuki, time limit draw. She, wrestled. Sohrei, same thing, time limit draw, but she wrestled. MIRAI, same thing, time limit draw, she wrestled. Azumi was interesting because at first she challenged Himeka to a race to the top of Corkin Hall and then back to the ring. Whoever could make it back to the ring first wins. So they both raced each other, which Himeka, she tried her best, but she was getting more and more gassed from the previous matches. So Azumi won the race, and then it looks like they did have like a little bit of a wrestling match. I mean, she tried to roll her up with the Azumi Sushi, but she kicked out. So that part went to a time limit draw. And then we had Saki Kashima, which she wrestled, and she was able to pin Himeka with the Kishi Kaisei, so she beat Himeka. Then Momo Watanabe, that was a time limit draw. Natsuko, Tora, Starlight Kid, Ruaka, those were all time limit draws, and they just were doing Oedo Tai tactics and just cheap shots, using weapons and all that. So the ref allowed everything to happen. So it was pretty much that. And then Mayu Iwatani, they didn't really have a match. They just had a mini baseball game, which Mayu threw 3 pitches. The first one hit the ref down south. And then the second pitch was a strike. Third pitch, home run. So Himeka wins the baseball game. And then she went up against Syuri, and Syuri actually made Himeka tap out, so that was a defeat. Then Thekla, that was a time limit draw. Mai Sakurai, same thing, time limit draw. Tam Nakano, time limit draw. Natsupoi, time limit draw. I mean, most of these ladies did, pull off a wrestling move or two, but really just mainly showed their appreciation. Mina Shirakawa, same thing, time limit draw. Miyuki Takase, same thing, time limit draw. Kakeru Sakaguchi, same thing, time limit draw, which they did wrestle. And then the last singles gauntlet match was against Julia, which both ladies slapped each other a bunch of times, and then they hugged, and Himeka fell on top of Julia, got the 1-2-3. And then they finished up with Mai Hime versus Aphrodite, just a little quick tag team battle. Ended in a time limit draw, but you could see some dissension between Saya and Utami. And yeah, that was what capped off. That was what capped off the retirement gauntlet match for Himeka. And then, of course, she went back, she put on her dress, and then pretty much had an awesome retirement ceremony. Uh, she received many gifts from much of the Stardom organization, and also from each of the units, each of the main units in Stardom. You know, you had your stars, your Queen's Quest, your Cosmic Angels, your God's Eye, your Oedo Tai, and of course, Donna Del Mundo. Um, Even Jun Akiyama uh, did a little presentation, gave her some flowers and such. That was pretty cool seeing Jun Akiyama, and of course, you know, ladies. And I believe they had a few of the actress girls. It was either actress girls or Wave ladies to give some gifts as well. But you know, Himeka got a whole bunch of awesome gifts and flowers and stuff like that. And she got a chance to also give a speech at the end, which I will go to Himanshu Doi, who did a translation of the speech, which they're going to have the full show on Stardom World, I think in a couple of days. That'll have the subtitles, so I might go back and watch that just for that. But Himanshu Doi, shout out to him, did a translation of what Himeka was saying in the ring for her speech. So I'll go through it. She said, and I quote, "Since I announced my retirement, each day has gone by very quickly. But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets, and I don't think I should have done this or that, and I really want to run through with a smile. I'm very sorry for this sudden announcement, but it was because I thought the fans would surely try to send me off with a smile and not with sad faces. But I am shining right now, aren't I? I'm really happy to be able to put in the ring my most radiant appearance. If I had one regret, it would be that I couldn't show this to my father. But other than that, I have no regrets when I entered the ring." Which, if I remember correctly, her father had passed away last year. It was either last year or the year before last. But I think it was last year. So, just FYI. Continuing. But other than that, I have no regrets when I entered the ring, so I hope everyone will send me off with a smile in the end. I will continue to live my life happily on my own, so I hope that you too can spend your time happily watching pro wrestling, watching Stardom, and your favorite wrestlers. Now then, shall we do it? Big is strong, big is justice, and big is cute. End quotes. You know, just hearing that and just seeing her get her final send off, and of course, everybody threw streamers at her in the ring as she did her final pose, and then Donna Del Mundo carried her out of the ring, did a lap before taking her to the back. Micah gave her the 10 bell salute, so I thought that was really cool. But just thinking about what she said, it really makes me wonder if part of this retirement maybe had something to do with the passing of her father, and just her never getting the chance to really show him what she could do in a show, because I believe, if I remember correctly, she had mentioned that her father wasn't really a fan of her being a pro wrestler. But I really think he would have been proud if he had really gotten a chance to see her if he was still here. But I mean, life happens, and I can understand her having that regret. But I'm definitely gonna miss her. And I know she wants to do her thing, be left alone, and all that. I have no idea what she's going to do. But I still feel like there's a part of me that believes she will return at some point. I think she'll at least get the itch to return. It might be ages from now. It might be 5, 10 years from now. I mean, she's only 25 years old. She's young. So it's not something she has to immediately, think about. But who knows? If she decides to come out of retirement, I wouldn't be mad at her. And if not, you know what? That's all good. It looks like she's happy, though. It looks like she's happy with her decision. We can speculate. And like I said, I think she might consider returning way down the road. But if not, that's perfectly fine. So, Himeka, the Jumbo Princess. One-time Artist of Stardom champion with Maika and Natsupoi. Of course, one of my favorite trios, and Mai Himepoi. One-time Goddess of Stardom champion with Maika, her best friend. She was also given the best 5-star Grand Prix match of last year, which was against her best friend, Maika. Also got the Stardom Year-End Award for Best Unit in 2020, which was Donna Del Mundo. And in Seedling, she was a former Beyond the Sea Tag Team Champion with the Phoenix of Osaka, Miyuki Takase. So, I mean, Himeka doesn't have a huge resume. And I know that's something that a lot of people say. And I get it. Himeka does not have a huge resume of accomplishments in her pro wrestling career. But you know what? I think overall, when it came to especially her Artist of Stardom Trios run, I mean, Mai Himepoi, they were champions for 237 days. That's not bad at all. But my only regret, I really would have loved to have seen her have a singles title run of some sort. I thought like even the white belt, I really would have liked her to have had a singles title run, even if it wasn't in Stardom and just anywhere else. It's kind of a bummer, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that for her. But at the end of the day, I think she gained quite a strong fan base, especially among fans of Joshi Puresu. But who knows what she's gonna do next? I mean, debuted in 2017 via Actress Girls and retired in 2023. Like I said, she's only 25 years old. She's a Gemini, just like me. May 28th is when she was born. So yeah, she's got a birthday coming up, just like me. Hey, so I just wanted to say, Himeka, thank you so much for all that you've done for the pro wrestling business, all that you've done in Stardom. I love watching your work in the ring. And you know what? I thought you were a great power wrestler. And you know what? Whatever you decide to do, I support you. I'll miss you in the ring. I'll miss watching you in the ring. Whatever you decide to do, I hope you enjoy, and I hope you're happy. That's the main thing. We may not always, and that's the thing that I say. We may not always agree with some of the decisions, some of the, life path decisions these wrestlers make. But when it comes down to it, as long as they're happy, and they can look back and say, you know, that they're pleased, then that's really what matters, you know. So, thank you, Jumbo Princess, and enjoy your retirement. And you know what? Go do you. You know, have some fun, experience some new things. I mean, you're young. You're 25 years old, you know. Enjoy yourself. You know, have fun with your family and friends, you know. Discover some new things, activities, make some new friends, you know. Just enjoy yourself. That's all I can really say as a fan. Just enjoy yourself. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I have for this video. Like I said, don't forget to check out the link to Game Beauty. And, you know, let me know what y'all's thoughts are. What do y'all think of the current standings of the Best Super Juniors 30 tournament? And let me know what you, let me know your thoughts on Himeka. Looking at her career, this retirement gauntlet match. But yeah, let me know your favorite Himeka moments. What do you love the most about Himeka? And do you think she'll return to the ring at some point? Do you think she's really done for good? Let me hear you in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the content for another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed week, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care. Peace out.